So let's see how Desmos 3D handles polar coordinates. Here we have circle, looks like a sphere, a sphere. It's this one here, rho equals cosine of phi. Now, Desmos does not handle any other expression except for rho equals something. So if you look at what I'm typing in the middle here, if I say something like phi, which I do phi equals like 4 or something, it won't allow me to. But even if you do theta, so if I type out theta, it won't allow me to. It just handles rho. That's it. Well, rho, R-H-O is how you type it in. Okay, so anyway, this is rho equals cosine of phi. It is the sphere that sits on top of the xy plane. If I do rho equals 3 instead, then you'll see that that is a sphere. So we can graph a sphere. Normally this would be x squared plus y squared plus z squared equals 9. But spherical coordinates makes it a lot easier. So getting rid of these. So I want to show you something about this rho equals cosine of phi. This will help us understand the bounds theta and phi. What I've done here is I've said theta goes between 0 and a, so theta goes between 0 and 2 pi, and then phi goes between 0 and theta. So the whole thing is graphed out between 0 and theta. I can do that up here with this sphere as well. I can make this a for the theta and b for the phi, and then let's look at that. So here's my sphere of radius 3, and so as theta gets bigger, you trace out more of it, and then as phi gets bigger, you trace out more of it. So phi, remember, is going between 0 and pi. So here it is between 0 and pi with theta equals 3.5 about pi, basically. And so if you want, you can play around with this and kind of get some intuition or just more learning as to how spherical coordinates works. You can also look at different objects. This is rho equals phi plus theta. And as I let a and b, let me zoom into this, you'll see it. As I let a and b vary, then you'll see that it's a object like this. And so what Desmos 3D does is it allows you to see how these things are created. And then if you want to look at theta plus phi, here, it's another object. If I zoom out, you'll see it. This one is theta plus phi. It's kind of a cool looking object. It's a shell basically, and then you can do this one here is this bottom one here is the bumpy sphere that they use to model tumors with, and you can actually play around with the 6 and the 5 here to get different objects here. You can make this like maybe a 7. Gets a little bumpier. Make this a 5, a 4. So in the next video, I'll show you how to integrate these.